Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over Google Ads costs. So I'm going to be answering questions like how much does Google Ads cost? How do Google Ads costs work? So we're going to get right into it. Now before we do get started, make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel if you're interested in learning more about Google Ads, about anything about marketing in general. We're going to have a ton of tutorials coming out. So to get into the video, the first thing we're going to go over is budgeting, how much you actually spend in your account. So if you're interested in learning more about payment methods and what you use to actually pay for your Google Ads bills, what you can do is you can come over to this Google Ads help guide. I will put the link in the video description if you want to look for it. They'll go over available payment methods, which can vary depending on which country you're located in. But the main thing I generally use is a credit card, which you just add to your account, and it's automatically going to be charged as you start running your Google Ads campaigns. So we're going to come back over here. Now, the main thing with budgeting is you set a daily budget. So let's just say I come in here to my search campaign, I set a daily budget through the settings here. You can also just do it through that main screen. So if I come into settings here, you can see budget. I have it set at $1 per day. So if I set it at $1 per day, that means Google is going to look at this budget and they're going to spend about $1 per day throughout the entire course of the month. So if you're wondering how you can set a monthly budget, the best thing to do is to take the monthly budget that you want, go to the calculator in Google search, and let's just say you want to spend $1,000 per month. You can divide it by 30. We're going to click on equals. So basically you would want to set your budget around $33. So the way Google works with monthly budgets is it's going to use your daily budget and it's going to pace it over the course of a 30-day period. So if we come over here to settings, we go to budget right here. What I would do is set a $33 budget right here for the day, click on save. And now my budget for the month is going to be around $1,000. So you might spend $40 on a given day. You might spend $25 on a given day. Google Ads is going to spend your budget as optimally as possible. So that's how it works if you want to set a monthly budget. Now, the other thing you can do is if you want to take a budget and manage it across multiple campaigns, is you would come up to tools here. Under shared library, you're going to click on shared budgets. So what I would do is I would click to create a new shared budget. So we'll just do shared budget example, the average you want to spend each day. So let's say I want to spend $33 per day total. And what you can do is click on add to campaigns and you can add it to some of your active campaigns here. So if I add it to my campaigns, click on save. What it's going to do is it's going to take this shared budget example. So it's a $33 total budget and it's going to come over here to my campaigns. And it's going to take this $33 shared budget here and split it across both of these campaigns. So over the course of the month, it's going to try to optimize this budget as best as possible through these multiple campaigns that I am running. So that's how a shared budget works. If you want to spend $1,000, you don't want to worry about saying, hey, I want to spend $500 in this one and $500 in this one. You want it to spend as optimally as possible. You would use shared budgets. Now, the next thing I want to go over is how your charges are actually determined in Google Ads. So Google Ads is an auction. It's an auction for advertisers. So if we come over to Google, we do any search at the top here, you're probably going to see advertisements. So if I do something like homes for sale in Charleston, South Carolina, these listings right here are all advertisements. So if I scroll down one, you'll see this is the first one without the ad logo next to it. This is the first organic search result. So let's say I type in homes for sale in Charleston, South Carolina. All of these advertisers are competing for my click. So they get charged when I click on this link right here. So if I were to click this link, this advertiser, thecasinagroup.com, would be charged. So how that's determined is something called ad rank. So ad rank takes into account the bid that the advertiser is using and also their quality score. So their quality score looks at relevancy factors like their advertisements, like their landing pages, and like their click-through rate in Google Ads. So how relevant the advertisements are and their bids will determine how they are ranked every time someone types in a keyword in Google. So if we come over to the keyword planner real quick, so what you would do is when you're in your Google Ads account, you click on tools here, you go to planning and keyword planner. You're going to see a screen that looks like this. Let's just say I want to know about how much advertisers are bidding for certain keywords. So I come in here, I do homes. So I do homes for sale in Charleston, South Carolina. I click on get results. So I've already done this search. I did it with a few more keywords. You can see right here, it's going to take in the keywords that you enter and it's going to give you the keywords, the average monthly searches, and it's going to give you the top of page bid, the low range, and the top of page bid, the high range. So essentially what you get is an estimation of how much advertisers are bidding on the low end and the high end. So if I just say something like Charleston real estate, for example, you can see on the low end is around 77 cents. On the high end is around $2.03. Ultimately, you want to be on the low end. So if you have a perfect quality score, if your quality score is 10 out of 10, you have very relevant landing pages, relevant advertisements, you can probably bid much lower than other advertisers. So that's the real benefit when it comes to Google Ads costs, is by creating really organized campaigns and providing a great user experience to people, regardless of the keyword that they search. It's going to help improve your results over time so you can actually be charged less than other advertisers. So to give you a quick example of that, I'm going to open up another advertising account. So this is my Farmhouse Goals search campaign. I've used this in a lot of other tutorials, but what we can see here is if I open my search campaign, if I open my ad groups, you can see it's organized. There's shelves, cabinets, dining tables, sinks. I didn't just put all of these keywords in one ad group. I made sure I narrowed it out a little bit. So under ad group, if I click on farmhouse shelves here, you can see I have 4 keywords in this ad group. Okay, one important factor for determining your costs is your max cost per click that you set. So that's the max that you're willing to spend per individual click on your advertisement. You might get a message like this that says below first page bid, $1.13. Usually that means that your bid is not high enough or your quality score is not high enough. So you can see our max cost per click bids right here are 75 cents across the board. And then you can see our average cost per click for each of these keywords kind of varies. And that really usually depends on competition and your quality score. So if we click on our max cost per click here, let's just say I want to edit it. I can increase it to the first page of search results. So it's going to give you this right here. You can increase those, or I can just set a manual bid at any time. So I can come over here and set a bid at 50 cents if I want to lower it. So ideally, I'd probably want to higher this one a little bit because it's showing that I'm not on the first page of search results. If you're looking for a little bit more information about bid strategies, you can check out our videos. So we did one about Google Ads bid strategies explained for 2019. And then we also did another one where it's my Google Ads bidding strategy for new campaigns. So basically my process in Google AdWords as I'm setting up bids for new campaigns and how I switch them over time. So coming back over here, now I want to go through quality score a little bit. If we scroll over, you can actually see my quality score for these keywords. So something like farmhouse wall shelves, I would probably want to put out into its own ad group because my click-through rate, landing page experience, and ad relevance are all just average, leading to a quality score of 6 out of 10. Now compare that to farmhouse shelving. My landing page experience is above average. My ad relevance is above average. My expected click-through rate is just average here. So if you get above average for all 3 of these, that's really what you're looking for. So you can have a quality score of 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. As high as your quality score can go is going to be determined by your advertisements, how well they match your keywords. So if I open my ads here for my farmhouse shelves ad group, you can see I have a couple expanded text ads running. I have a couple responsive search ads running. So it's all geared towards shelves for sale. And if someone clicks on any of these ads, it's going to go to a landing pages based around shelves. So if I run this campaign over the course of time, it will improve my costs. So we're going to come back over to the keyword planner. It will improve my costs and I'll be able to bid less because I have such a relevant experience for people. When they're looking for shelves, they're going to be able to find my page, which is all geared towards farmhouse shelves. So as close as you can get to the things that people are typing in will help improve your costs in Google Ads. Now, the last thing I want to show you, and I'll go through this in a little bit more detail in a follow-up video, but let's just say, for example, I want to target all of these keywords. I have a huge website based around real estate and based around houses for sale. So we're just going to click on all of these different keywords here. Let's just say they're all relevant for the keywords that I'm targeting. Let's say we take these 20 keywords, we add it to our plan, add it to a new ad group, and we'll just use broad match for the time being, and we click on add keywords. You'll see they're all in our plan right now. So one thing you can do is use the keyword planner to help estimate your costs. So we come down here to the plan overview. It's going to take the keywords that we entered, and what I can do is I can see my plan will get 4,000 clicks. So this would be a daily budget of $200, 4,000 clicks for $5.5 thousand at a $3 max cost per click. So if I lower my cost per click over here, let's just say I want to lower my max cost per click to 64 cents. So I really want to bid as low as possible. What it's going to say is I'm going to get 1.8 thousand clicks for $720 at a 64 cent max cost per click. So you can use this keyword plan forecast to help forecast your campaign. What you're going to see is most of this is going to go into Zillow because that's what advertisers are bidding the least amount on. And only the second amount is going to go into houses for sale in Charleston, SC. Whereas if I do increase my max cost per click to $3 like before, it'll show most for keywords in houses for sale in Charleston, SC, Charleston real estate, homes for sale in Charleston, SC. So it's really going to be better keywords if you bid a little bit higher, because those keywords are going to be more competitive based on what advertisers are bidding on them. So you can see right here the low range and high range. So for some keywords, it's going to be a little bit lower. That generally means that advertisers aren't seeing as good of results as they are out of other keywords. Now, if we come over here and we get rid of, okay, and we'll just enter a couple keywords here, defense attorney, lawyer near me. We'll click on get results. One thing you're going to see is it's going to go up drastically. So lawyers near me is almost $19 cost per click on the high range. Defense attorney is almost $37 per click. So because it costs a lot to use a lawyer, they're bidding much higher than other advertisers are. So what you pay in your cost per click generally is between $1 and $2. Sometimes it's a little bit less. You can get it down to 75 cents, 50 cents. It really depends on the advertisers you're bidding against and the products and services that you're promoting. Now, other times it might go upwards of $10, $20. I know in marketing, it's extremely competitive to try to compete for new clients. So that's how Google Ads costs work. You can set your budgeting, so that's going to determine how much you spend, and then how much you're actually charged is determined by how many clicks you drive based on the budget that you set. And advertisers are charged every time someone clicks on their advertisement. So if I click on this advertisement right here, they will be charged. And then if they get, let's say, 25 clicks in a given day, and their cost per click is $1, we'll just make it really even, then they're going to be spending $25 for that individual day. So it's not always going to be that clean. Sometimes your cost per click will be higher, sometimes it will be lower. So if you have any questions about Google Ads costs, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.